Gentlemen, you were given your instructions in your separate dressing room. Please abide my commands, respect the bell, and above all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. God bless you both.
The thing about being as dangerous and avoided as Golovkin is that while you're waiting for the big names in the division to fight you, that rung right underneath them, the Proksas, tonight, Rosado, young, real fighters who would like nothing more than to pull off an upset. That's who you got to get through.
Golovkin with 5 first-round knockouts in his career. Rosado has 2. Golovkin has never been down as a pro or an amateur.
See Golovkin putting a lot of pressure right now. He's sending a message to Rosado that, hey, I'm a middleweight and you're a 154-pounder.
Well, Rosado does have some pop, and Golovkin does not move his head exceptionally well.
Andre, how big of a difference is this with Rosado coming up in the weight? He told his promoter, forget about the catch weight, I'll fight him at 160.
Well, it's only 6 pounds, and I don't want to make it seem like it's not a big deal, but as long as Rosado feels like it's okay and he's mentally in the right place, which it seems like he is, I think he'll be okay. Golovkin looks a little bit more muscular, but actually Rosado is holding his own in terms of size.
Rosado has been mentored by fellow Philadelphia fighter Bernard Hopkins. Been to 5 camps with Hopkins. He said of his 5 losses, they've told me how to win, helped season me because of his lack of an amateur background.
Nice defensive move there from Rosado. Golovkin also pretty good at cutting off the ring. He makes his opponent, who he always seems to be chasing, move more than he does. As he's trying to get inside, they're trying to move away.
Good short right hand inside by Golovkin. Thumping right hand from Golovkin. Rosado blocks some of it.
Making Rosado work real hard in this first round, giving up a lot of energy. Every punch Golovkin throws has bad intentions on it. Even a jab.
It's been a defensive first round to this point for Rosado.
He's done better than Proksa did at this point in the fight. Proksa's a good fighter.
End of round number 1. Well, our first bout of the evening had Rocky Martinez keeping his 130-pound title with a draw against Juan Carlos Burgos. This is the locker room of Juan Carlos Burgos. Thumbs up. Kind of hard to believe that he didn't win. Who do you think won Martinez Burgos? Text 53548. Press M for Martinez, B for Burgos. There's Rocky Martinez, who took a lot of body shots in that fight. Won on one of the cards, got a draw on another. He keeps his 130-pound belt. But no thumbs up for the camera from the champion. You see the numbers coming in, and as the numbers continue to change, we will bring you those updates throughout the course of the night. Golovkin 10 of 45 in the round. Rosado 7 of 38.
Golovkin just wants to land a big shot. He makes no secret about it that that's what he's here to do, is get a knockout. But Rosado's got 2 things going on. Number 1, he's got to win rounds, but he's also got to get some respect. So that means at some point he's going to have to open up.
It was an understandably tentative round from Rosado in the first. Based on Golovkin's experience and his previous fight. See if Rosado starts to take Golovkin's measure a little bit here in the second and engage a little bit more.
That jab got his attention.
Golovkin, very patient when he's in the ring. Goes that right hand to the ear. Defense by Rosado to dip away from any danger.
Rosado looks like he has a little cut over his left eye.
Good right hand from Golovkin. Puts Rosado on the retreat.
Golovkin, even when it seems like he's not landing anything, he hits you hard enough with those short punches to open up a cut.
Good counter right from Rosado.
Good jab from Golovkin, and then a right hand. And there's blood on the left eye of Rosado. Considering that there's been no clinches for referee Steve Smoger to separate the two, I'm going to assume that came from a punch.
I think it did.
Good stiff jab again from Golovkin. He backs up Rosado.
You see a little Hopkins in Rosado.
Yep. He's in with a scary guy, but I wouldn't say he's fighting tentatively, but he is throwing some punches back, trying to time Golovkin. The issue is when you have 11 amateur fights and your opponent had 350, in exchanges, his punches will tend to get there first.
Yeah, and you can see the difference between just how fluid these guys are. And that speaks to the late start of Rosado and the over 350 amateur fights of Golovkin.
And Golovkin, he doesn't get frustrated. He'll just continue to walk you down, land his jab, and eventually unleash his power shots.
Yeah, so far for Rosado, those jabs notwithstanding, his legs have done the fighting so far.
Golovkin stepped in with a right as Rosado tried to get his offense going. End of round 2.
When he tried to get that offense going, he got clipped.
How you feel? Good. Listen, you're doing good. Moving a little bit too much. Get your shots off. Bop, bop, bop. Slap around us. Just enough to get your shots off again. Okay. Bop, bop, bop. Slide off. Bop, bop, bop. Okay? You got this, baby. You got this. Don't let this pressure carry you so much. Back, back, back. Meet him with the right hand. When you meet him with the right hand, please. They don't.
You understand what I'm saying? Just lower your shots. It doesn't have to be up on top. Just start pounding him here. You'll slow down, okay? Water bend. You understand what I'm talking about, right? Just make sure you lower those shots.
Here we see what we call in boxing the power jab. I think Rosado can attest that probably felt like a right hand to him.
What makes it a power jab, Andre?
Well, Golovkin has his feet under him, and he just put his weight behind it. And you can see the way it landed, that it had all his power behind it.
And that opened up the cut. Referee Steve Smoger confirmed with me in between rounds that that cut on the left eye of Rosado was from a punch. So the long and short of that is if that cut worsens at any point in the fight and Rosado cannot continue, it's a TKO win for Golovkin. No scorecards necessary because it's not an accidental punch. It's not an accidental clash of heads, it's from a punch.
Good right hand from Rosado, taking advantage of the fact that Golovkin's head stays in the middle.
He's definitely touching Golovkin because Golovkin's got some red spots on his face too. Even looks like the left eye.
Yeah, a mouse under the left eye of Golovkin.
So right hand from Golovkin.
Rosado took that shot pretty well. He made a comment to us in a fighter meeting that staying relaxed is the key to taking a big shot, and he's showing that right now.
Rosado is, yeah.
Rosado.
He's limber enough to take some of those big shots. You mentioned Golovkin's power jab. Basically, any jab thrown by him is a power jab. He throws everything hard.
But you got to respect Rosado. He's a smaller man. He's giving up a lot of energy, but he's not afraid of Golovkin. And I didn't get that sense in the fighter meeting either.
No, and he felt that he could physically maybe do some more things as far as movement, stylistically. Whereas he said Golovkin is very good. There's a right hand from Golovkin, steps in with a left, digs in with a power jab again, and rocks back Rosado. Rosado on his heels here in round 3.
Got Rosado buzzed a little bit. Rosado's got to stay focused, man. He's got to continue to do what he's been doing and not get into the machismo, because that's when he can possibly be looking at the lights.
And Golovkin doesn't get frantic. He sort of stays in his game.
I don't mean stylistically or in terms of the mental makeup or anything like that, but just in terms of the reaction guys have to Golovkin's punches. He's like a middleweight Mike Tyson. Tyson's name gets connected to a lot of punchers, but he touches guys and they wobble.
There's a counter right hand from Golovkin. Well, Golovkin has landed some very good power shots here in round number 3. And that's the end of the round. A bloody Gabriel Rosado back to his corner. And there is his mom, Reverend Bonnie Ortiz. Eyes closed the entire round as her son busted up. Gabriel's father, Encarnacion, in the corner as well.
Up and down with the jab, stepping around. Up and down with the jab. When you get him, beat him to the position. Right hand, left hook, turn again.
Eyes for my eyes. Starting to get to it. Just make sure you stay busy. Good head movement, good pounding. Good little quick shots until you get the one you want. Real quick shots. Okay, let's go. Deep breath.
Well, we start round number 4. Golovkin landed 52% of his punches in the last round, 33 of 64. And he was accurate with the power as well, as we check in with Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. 3-0, 30-27, Gennady Golovkin. You know, I got to tell you something, Bob. Gabe Rosado, you know, every time I've seen him, he was a guy that comes forward, that bangs, just like Gennady Golovkin's doing now. So Golovkin, in essence, is really taking Rosado out of his game. Gabe has come forward very, very, very few times. I mean, once or twice he did come forward. Once or twice he landed a few nice shots. But basically, it's that Golovkin right hand, that left jab, murderous power shots. 3-0, Golovkin.
And if it looks, Andre and I have both made the comment, he's not fighting scared Rosado, but if you notice he's moving a lot and not throwing a lot of punches. Golovkin is a master at distance, balance. He knows how to keep his opponent's hands at home, not just because he's a hard puncher, but because he puts himself in proper position oftentimes, Andre.
And that starts with the feet. A lot of times when you see a puncher like Golovkin, everybody focuses on the upper body, but I watch the feet. He's always in position. Even when he backs up, he's always in position to let one shot go, and that's what you're alluding to.
And the opponent has to honor that because of his power.
Because he's in position.
Rosado bleeding along the left eye, blood from his nose, mouth is swollen. And you can see Golovkin has done tremendous work with his jab. The white glove of Golovkin, that left hand, is now a tint of red.
I mentioned Mike Tyson in terms of the way guys react to Golovkin's punches. I believe it was Roy Jones who said he fights kind of like Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., who was also able to exert tremendous pressure on his opponent even when he wasn't throwing punches.
He might hit a tad bit harder than Senior, and I think defensively he's a lot better. Golovkin's not a one-trick pony, and that's what I think people are kind of missing here. Is they talk so much about the power, but he's got subtle defense. He's doing some things in there that is allowing him not to take too much punishment.
And Andre, the other thing is when he is on defense, it always seems like his footwork gets him back in position to be offensive.
That's the key.
I would say the one defensive critique I have of Golovkin is his head seems to stay in the middle a bit.
You got to respect Rosado. He's biting down. He's trying to get some respect.
Bloody face of Rosado.
And when your right hand, when you don't move your head, it gets hit.
Oh, he got our text numbers, and you get one more chance to vote. Text to 53548. Who do you think won the draw between Martinez and Burgos? Text M for Martinez. At this point, he's received 16% of the text vote. Burgos at 84%. Burgos won on one card, Martinez won on another. The other judge had it even.
Good, where's that button? But just make sure you stay not one or two shots, just consistent.
Whoa, guys. Hold on. Guys. All right, brother. Ease up. Box this guy. Be smart. Okay? Get your shots off. Bop. You're looking good, brother. You're looking good. Smart boxing, like Bernard taught you.
Golovkin landed 12 of 35 jabs in the last round. The middleweight average for jabs in around 6 of 24. So he doubled the connects of the average middleweight as we start round number 5.
Meantime, Rosado ended the last round with a really good straight right hand, and Golovkin has a mouse under his eye and a little blood, I think, coming out of his nose.
Step. Good.
I like the effort Rosado's showing. I mean, you got to believe in yourself. If he believes the height of Golovkin, he might as well stay home and not even show up tonight.
He got Golovkin nodding his approval of a good right hand Rosado just threw, acknowledging it.
They didn't try to do the old shake it off like, nah, that didn't hurt me. He said, yep, you got me. Yep.
See how Golovkin does now against an opponent that he's not able to rock with one punch, or not able to floor, rather, with one punch.
Yeah, you know, I was wondering about that, Andre and Max. You know, when you think about this fight, Golovkin has hit Rosado with some pretty good shots, and normally his opponents are gone at this point. But there's Rosado right there.
Rosado's got his fans cheering right now, snapping Golovkin's head back and having Golovkin in retreat momentarily.
Rosado, fellas, nobody's invincible.
Rosado just shook off the good hard shot landed by Golovkin.
There's a pretty good super middleweight right now, though, that looks pretty tough to beat.
I agree with you.
Good left hook to the body by Golovkin. Rosado sticks right in there, swelling around the right eye of Golovkin. Rosado a bloody mess, but hanging in there.
And as bloody as he is, there may be some middleweights around the world right now going, all right, you know what? This Golovkin, I want to take my chances with this guy. Rosado's a junior middleweight moving up. He has 5 losses. And this fight ain't over.
I think Rosado should stay on his jab. He needs to pick that jab up a little bit more. That's how you give Golovkin something to think about.
Final seconds of round number 5. Good stiff jab there from Golovkin to end the round.
Muy bien. Now you're bending him over. You're bending him over into right little uppercut. Okay, a little 45. Yeah. All right. You're bending him right over. You gotta throw it. To do it in a combination. Okay, throw it for me. All right? Deep breath. You understand what I'm talking about, yes?
March 9th, pull up a chair for a special night of HBO boxing as we offer up for bi-coastal night at the fights from Brooklyn's Barclays Center. It's the light heavyweight title fight between Boris Cloud and the now 48-year-old Bernard Hopkins. Then from the West Coast, it's heavyweight action as Chris Arreola takes on Romain Sterveen. Immediately following live boxing, stay tuned for the premiere of the latest installment of The Fight Game with Jim Lampley.
Here.
In the 5th round, Golovkin was 19 of 42 with his jabs, 45%, as he threw 80 punches in the round.
Doctor intervention.
Steve Smoger asked the doctor to take a look. Rosado said, I'm good. That cut was opened up in the 2nd round from a punch from Golovkin.
Rosado's a real fighter.
Oh, good right hand on the uppercut, rock back Rosado.
He didn't see that one, fellas.
Rosado's still landing shots.
And he's still standing.
Proksa, Gennady's debut on our air several months ago,
No behind the head. You understand? You okay,
was gone
bro?
already at this point in the fight.
You all right, baby? Huh?
Listen, time.
All right. Time.
Steve Smoger's going to call a timeout.
That cut got worse too.
Smoger's letting him walk it off the punch from behind the head.
Baby? Okay. Time.
That cut is pumping out blood right now.
A short
Rico,
right
punch,
inside
step,
rocked
step,
Rosado.
step.
Did not go down though.
Rosado's taking these shots well tonight.
Said Proksa was gone already. Proksa retired Sebastian Sylvester. And Rosado's gotten farther in the fight than he did. He's landed more punches too.
As long as Rosado can see the punches coming, he seems to be doing okay, but it's the ones that he can't see that could end this fight abruptly. You gotta respect Rosado.
Yep, he's got that Philadelphia spirit, and he's showing it.
But he's a smart kid too. He's just not going in there reckless. He's thinking in there, and you can see it.
11 amateur fights only, and 5 losses, and throwing punches like he means it in spite of a busted open eye.
Golovkin may have punched himself out a little bit.
See Golovkin with that jab trying to pick at that eye. Andre, do you think Golovkin's a little bit surprised that Rosado's still standing?
I think he is. You're a guy like Golovkin who's got the fanfare that he has simply about his power. A 54-pounders are not supposed to be in there in round 6 taking the shots that Rosado's taking.
Wow, what a shot right to the mouth of Rosado. Blood just everywhere.
And on
streaming
the other
out
hand,
of the nose.
You can look and say he's not getting frustrated. Golovkin's game plan and being patient.
What point do you maybe have to stop this? Look at the blood. Rosado is just a bloody mess through 6.
Huh?
What do I do?
Jet, you gotta get inside with this guy. Got him, man. You gotta get inside with him. Bang, 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 and turn him. Get inside, get your choke shots off, grab his handlebar and turn it.
I know.
You want me to stop it?
No.
You want me to stop the fight, champ?
No, don't stop it. It's hard to see.
Listen, point that angle, point that angle. Give me that half man.
All right.
Well, Rosado wants to continue despite that left eye being an absolute mess. And now Steve Smoger will have the doctor look at it.
Billy Briscoe, Rosado's trainer, said, "You want me to stop the fight?" Rosado said no. Briscoe seems like one of these student of the game trainers out of Philly, but hasn't been at this level yet, Andre, and maybe he needed to take that upon himself and not risk his fighter there, because it doesn't look like there's a lot of quitting Rosado.
Well, I don't think it's a situation now where he needs to stop it. The cut is slightly impairing Rosado, but he's not taking a boatload of punishment. He's still got some fight left in him, so I think he did the right thing.
He does have fight left in him, boy. He's a bloody mess, though.
Eats a strong right hand from Golovkin.
Blood doesn't always equate to meaning that he's taking punishment. It just looks bad.
In this case, I think it's both. And now his lip looks like it's torn open.
It might be his nose.
Yeah, I mean, that right hand in the last round, right to the face of Rosado, cracked him up pretty good. And now Golovkin putting his power punches together. And I don't think anybody, good uppercut inside from Golovkin, would have a problem if the Rosado camp informed the ringside physicians that they should stop the fight.
But ultimately, I agree with you, Max. A guy like Rosado, he's not going to quit. You got to help him out if he gets into a tough situation.
Seems those cornerman Billy Briscoe does care about him and knows what he's doing, but trainers and fighters sometimes come up together and reach the big stage together and learn together.
At this point, do you really feel like Rosado could muster anything, Andre, to ward off Golovkin as he eats a jab right there?
I mean, that jab rolled his eyes back in his head. Rosado lost focus with his eyes from a jab.
Yeah, well, at this point, this is when I start to get concerned, is when I see a Rosado not fighting back. As long as he's fighting back, to a degree, you got to give him a shot. But right now, he's looking to survive. You may have to come in and help him out.
Yeah, and at this point, how much? Throwing back some punches, but I mean, nothing's really landing. And Golovkin is just peppering him with shots.
And of all the guys to have to go through this against.
And there, the corner, they're going to stop it. The corner of Rosado stopping it. Come on. Steve Smoger's not hearing them. They throw in a towel.
Steve, get in.
Get in there. The inspector, the Rosado corner, did the right thing. They asked the inspector to step up to the top of the ropes and stop it.
Well done, Billy Briscoe. And well done, Gennady Golovkin.
At the beginning part of that round, I looked to the corner of Rosado, and they had called the inspector over. And I think they wanted to wait to see how much worse it got. And when it did, that's when they asked the inspector to go up on the ring apron and stop the fight, which is the protocol. All right, so you mentioned that the corner was aware, obviously, of the situation. They had brought one of the inspectors over to the corner during that round as far as having to stop the fight. Let's listen in.
Chino, I gotta stop it, man. Chino, I gotta stop it. Your son's gonna die, man. You can't see the punches. Look.
That's how it ended. You see Briscoe telling Encarnacion Rosado, Gabriel's father, I have to stop this fight.
That's a guy you want in your corner.
I have to stop this fight. The father wanted it to continue a little bit longer, Andre, but Briscoe knew it had to stop.
Why let it go on anymore?
How about that? Golovkin just invited Rosado to come to his gym so they could work together.
If I was Rosado, I probably wouldn't take him up on that. Not after tonight. Nice gesture, though.
All right, for the official time of the stoppage, here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, referee Steve Smoger officially calls a halt to the bout. And the official time is 2 minutes 46 seconds, round number 7. The winner by TKO victory and still WBA IBO middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Triple J Golovkin.
So Gennady Golovkin gets win number 25, his 22nd stoppage. He caused the cut in round number 2 with a punch, and Rosado was game, but just became a bloody mess. And the corner of Rosado stopped it in the 7th round. So the 6th title defense for Gennady Golovkin from Kazakhstan. As we take a look at the final punch numbers in this fight, and you see that Rosado landed just 76 to the 208 punches landed by Golovkin, who landed them at 42% and was busier. Total jabs, and here's where Golovkin did tremendous work. He landed 96 jabs through the course of 6+ rounds, through 253. That's 38%. And then the power punches, 112 of 239, 47%. As he busted open a game Rosado who was stepping up in class and stepping up in weight. And we're going to take you back to round number 2. And here is the punch that caused the cut on the left eye of Rosado. Right there, you can see it open up immediately. And that was kind of the beginning of what would turn out to be the end for Rosado. That cut worsened. Then the nose was bloody, the mouth was bloody, and the corner of Rosado had to stop the fight in the 7th. Gennady Golovkin victorious again. He's standing by with Max Kellerman.
Congratulations, Gennady. You won every round. You stopped your man. But you're swelling around the eyes and no knockdowns. What gives?
Yeah, you know, thank you for Gabriel first. He's strong man, good boy, you know, just I wait just my chance for my lucky punch, you know, just I feel him, just I want just come on, Gabriel, give me just one couple chance. I see you, just, you know, just.
Was this you at your best, and that's how good Rosado is?
No, I think Rosado, good boy. I know, I can much more, better, you know, just this chance for me. This is fight just for my people, for my public. Just.
I'm getting word now that you were in bed sick 2 days ago, and there was talk of canceling this fight, and you insisted with going through it. Are you at the stage where you need to make excuses for dominating and stopping a good, tough young fighter?
Yes, this is true. This is true. Yeah, I'm a little bit sick, you know. I feel great, just, I feel my power. I feel my power, just, I know just for Gabriel, I can knock out for him. Just, I told you, round 5, round 7, just, you know, Rosado is a good boy. He's good moving, just.
You wanted to make another statement after the Proksa fight where you scored 5 knockdowns and knocked him out. Is this that statement?
No, you know, this is, I want to show you just for my public, my technique, my tactic, just, and like a punch, you know, just. This result is good for me too, absolutely.
What next?
doesn't matter for me, guys. I'm ready. I want box, you know. Just thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, my
man. Strong. Real quick, man. I just want to say this man is strong as hell. You know what I mean? Powerful, just powerful, man. And you know, I just couldn't see. Cut me, couldn't see, man. But
thank you.
He's a good fighter, man.
Tough fight, Gabe.
Tough fight.
Bob.
Thank you, Jim.